chegar a este patamar da Primeira Liga.
Sim, já que o Alavés tinha conseguido a promoção do clube de Vitória à primeira divisão, entretanto tinha sido afastado pelo Alavés para introduzir o Pellegrino, que foi afastado nesse âmbito. Só depois pega no Getafe, consegue fazer a mesma coisa que tinha feito no Alavés, subiu-os de divisão, e o Ángel Torres, o presidente do Getafe, manteve-o. Ele vai acabar contrato no final desta temporada, mas prevê-se que venha a renovar, porque ele tem feito um trabalho muito bom. Tens aqui um verdadeiro choque de mundos. O Real Madrid, com uma equipa que tem um investimento de massa salarial anual no plantel principal na ordem dos 500 milhões de euros, o Getafe é 29 milhões.
São números muito contrastantes, realmente. Agora há uma má reposição de bola por parte de Antunes, fazer com que o lançamento passe para o lado contrário.
Sim, aquele 21 do Getafe é o Fair, vai andar sempre a cair em cima do Llorente ou do Casemiro. Não é propriamente um avançado, ele tem mais genes de centrocampista, enquanto depois atrás o Arambarra e o Sérgio Mora formam uma espécie de duplo pivô, portanto o 14 e o 18 dos azuis.
E mais uma vez o Real Madrid a tentar surpreender as costas da defesa do Getafe. Tem sido assim nestes primeiros minutos, lançamentos longos.
Sim.
No caso Sérgio Ramos para Bale.
Isto é o movimento tradicional do Bale, a fazer aquela meia-lua, depois a romper entre o Antunes e o Bruno. O Bruno é o central esquerdo do Getafe.
E é o guarda-redes argentino Emi Martínez que coloca a bola na frente. Bola a chegar a Keylor Navas.
Atingiu com o braço o Nacho.
E ficarem os dois jogadores queixosos. Menos Nacho, mais o homem do Getafe.
Foi choque de cabeça, não foi com o braço.
É Ángel, o goleador do Getafe.
Sem dúvida. Ele já tinha sido goleador no Saragossa. Também foi jogador do Bordalás no Elche, na segunda divisão. O Elche é um clube da comunidade valenciana. Também foi treinado pelo Bordalás em tempos.
E agora muito tempo para a reposição de bola por parte de Keylor Navas. Casemiro. Bola a cair ali numa zona onde só estão jogadores do Getafe, mas o passe é mau. O Real Madrid, que em casa registra 8 vitórias, mas já sofreu 3 desaires. Lembro que esta equipa do Getafe tem construído a sua carreira na Liga maioritariamente com os pontos que vem somando entre os seus adeptos. Das 9 vitórias que conseguiu até agora no campeonato, 8 foram obtidas em casa, apenas uma fora, no campo do Leganés. Como disse o Luís há pouco, tem tido resultados importantes fora de casa nos últimos jogos, esses empates em Sevilha e também em Camp Nou. Está Antunes. Bola a sobrar para Sérgio Mora.
Tenho alguma curiosidade em perceber qual será o rendimento do Real Madrid neste jogo, uma vez que o Bordalás também implementa boas coberturas em todo o bloco da equipa dos azuis. Como é que o Casemiro e o Llorente vão conseguir soltar a bola? Vai ser importante isto que o Isco está a fazer, aproximar-se mais da zona central, não só para dar ali alguns repentes na condução, mas também para tentar estimular um pouco melhor o passe de difícil execução, o passe mais frontal que consiga romper a muralha defensiva do Getafe. Porque o Casemiro e o Llorente não são organizadores por excelência. Mesmo na ausência do Kovacic, teria algum toque de bola, mas também não é um jogador com um grande entendimento coletivo, mas pelo menos teria algum toque de bola para descongestionar. Vamos ver se o Casemiro e o Llorente se adaptam bem, os dois a jogar em simultâneo.
Vai buscar isto.
Precisamente, aqui no meio.
Nacho, de novo Isco, a abrir agora para Carvajal. Bola vem para o meio, mas não foi muito contundente o cruzamento da Carvajal, sem grande critério.
Estamos também a ouvir o minuto 7 no Bernabéu, que é sempre de homenagem ao Juanito, que vestia a camisola 7.
E falta de Remy. E vamos ter assim um livre lateral para a equipa da merengue. Vai bater Isco.
Ficou de Gené a marcar ao homem o Ronaldo. O Remy, que está hoje a jogar na esquerda da linha do meio campo do Getafe, na ausência do Amaten Diaye. Tem sido um médio esquerdo também muito bem aproveitado pelo Bordalás, com a sua intensidade de jogo, tanto a defender como a atacar. O Remy vem mais baliza, mais atacante, mas adapta-se também.
Livre para Isco. Ali a atacar a bola o central Sérgio Ramos, mas acaba por ser a Gené, o central togolês, a fazer o corte. Assistência do Real. Perda de bola e rapidamente a equipa visitante tentar abeirar-se da grande área merengue.
Ali o eventual toque do Bruno no Sérgio Ramos, que deitou o capitão do Real Madrid ao chão.
Antunes.
O Antunes estava a ser vigiado pelo Isco, com quem jogou no Málaga. Pouco tempo, mas jogaram juntos.
Benzema. Isco. Casemiro. Cristiano.
Ramos. Faisal Fahir harrying him. Ramos finding Carvajal. Carvajal in turn to Llorente. Gareth Bale on the ball. Tries a long one. All the advantage in the world there for Portillo. And Fahir goes down under the pressure or the challenge of Sergio Ramos. Free kick.
And if Fahir was to star in a remake of Some Like It Hot, his resemblance to a 1920s Chicago gangster would serve him very well indeed. Just a face that's seen a little bit of life.
Dakonam Gené takes the free kick. And struggling for that, Damien Suarez, the Uruguayan fullback, a born fighter. Isco to Teo. Teo quick to pick out Llorente. Llorente in turn finding Carvajal, who crosses the halfway line. Ronaldo tries the return ball, goes down, play on, says the referee. Ramos leaving that to Teo, who dealt with it in composed fashion. Karim Benzema just getting a bit of a nudge from Damien Suarez there.
Simon, I'm fascinated by the inclusion of Llorente, not simply because we're looking at one of the Spanish signings that was brought in the summer and we want to see his development, but look where he's playing, right midfield instead of pivot midfield, giving cover to Carvajal, cover to Casemiro. There's a tactical purpose behind what Zidane has tried with a youngster who did so well against Espanyol, having been out in the cold for weeks.
Here is Llorente, finds Gareth Bale. Bale with Remy tracking back to try and block his progress. Bale picks out Isco. Isco cushioning that one superbly, lays it back to Teo. Isco again. Seems to dummy the cross, turns. Getting support here from Teo. Now Isco. Wicks the cross into the far post. Easy that one for Martinez, with Dani Carvajal arriving. Emiliano Martinez sending it long. Remy's underneath it. So too is Nacho, who came out on top. Casemiro. Teo Hernandez. Here's Ronaldo. He's got Benzema ahead of him to his left. Isco making a run into the box. Ronaldo wins the throw. No, the throw-in goes Getafe's way. Damian Suarez to take it. Intercepted by Ramos. It falls nicely for Angel. Ramos getting the foot in, winning the throw. Llorente. Now Teo. Ramos. Casemiro. Marcos Llorente. Carvajal. Llorente finds Gareth Bale. Carvajal. Llorente. Carvajal to Bale. Bale quick to find Casemiro. Casemiro turns, seemed to be caught. The ball put through to Ronaldo. Flag up for offside, but it was sharp.
Yeah, he was sharp. But look at the positioning. Llorente is playing, as Busquets often does for Barcelona, deep to allow an extra man for the passing to build from the back and to give cover, exactly as I mentioned earlier. If Casemiro is playing in an advanced role, and Zidane obviously trusts him to give that kind of delivery to the movement of Benzema or Ronaldo, Llorente is there to allow both Carvajal and Casemiro more adventure, more space, and the French coach obviously, as we've commentated on so many times this season, doesn't want to be caught on the counter, and Llorente's duties will include patrolling behind now more offensive colleagues.
Remy got his head to that one. It's flicked on intelligently towards Angel. Carvajal back to clear things up. Kylian Navas quick to roll the ball out to Isco. Here's Teo Hernandez. Isco again. Ramos to Llorente. Remy quickly closing him down. Ramos again to Teo Hernandez. Casemiro returning it to the young French left back. Ramos to Casemiro. Casemiro's an ambitious one. It was blocked by Bruno. Comes to Isco. Isco to Carvajal. First time from Carvajal to Bale. Bale to Isco. Isco tries a neat little back heeler. He was surrounded by 4 Getafe players. Referee waving play on, and Túnez caught there by Llorente, and at the insistence of the linesman, the referee gives a free kick to Getafe.
And the officials are getting the bird because the crowd wanted a foul before this. That's now not allowed. In many years gone by, that's perfectly acceptable as a tackle, and you understand why Llorente has attacked Túnez there. And Túnez has years of experience, including a Champions League quarter-final. He knows how to take that. But then you saw Isco going down in his attempt to mimic Benzema's sort of behind his back pass to Ronaldo a week ago, and the crowd wanted that foul, and therefore the referees got abused for a correct decision for the foul on Túnez.
Mora on the ball, finds Remy. Remy cutting. Nacho gets the cross in. Casemiro dealing with it. Isco helping out. Here's Llorente. Remy, to give him his due, fought well for that one. It'll be a throw in to Real Madrid.
We were listening to Duncan McMath in the preview show, weren't we? Eulogising him, having done our research project up at Alaves last season, talking to teammates and coaches about the development of this young organising midfielder. Good to see him getting a development chance now.
Teo forced to depend on Isco. Isco swinging one in towards the sprint into the box by Gareth Bale, but not even the Cardiff Express has the pace to collect that one. It will be a goal kick for Getafe. Well, the more vociferous of the Real Madrid fans making themselves heard more than is often the case here. It's clearly some way from a capacity crowd, hence the more excitable fans can be heard loud and clear. Benzema intercepted by Bruno. The flick on by Remy, who goes down and wins the free kick in the centre circle.
Yeah, we were commentating before the game to each other, to each other, that all around the stadium, and naturally as we look at, I don't think Remy's going to have too much trouble coming back from that. Because Gaku is a Japanese footballer, because he is of such high quality, the stadium is dotted with many, many Japanese fans. It's a fantastic element when you sign a Japanese player to La Liga. The fans flock to him, whether he plays or is on the bench. The media come to. Truly one of the international faces of La Liga, which is cherished and loved around the football planet.
Carvajal to Bale. May even be one or two Welsh faces in there as well, Graham.
If they can see the Cardiff Express at that pace, I really did love your expression, very good, then they merit being there. It'll be warmer in the Bernabeu tonight than it is in Wales or England, Scotland or Ireland.
Carvajal to Bale. Bale quick to find Ronaldo. Ronaldo back to Nacho. Nacho picking out Ramos. Ramos to Teo. Now Benzema down the line for Teo. It's well defended by Genet. Keeps the ball in play too. And Damian Suarez takes over. Sends a long one forward for Angel to chase. Angel has a look up to see if he's got any support. Still Angel going to try a shot. No major problems for Keylor Navas, but Angel had a lot of freedom there to get into the box unchallenged.
We've seen the fact that as the challenge from Jenny comes in, Teo, who's not averse to trying to play the officials, is not in this occasion, has definitely taken a cut to his nose. I felt looking at it as Jenny went in that originally the challenge was fine. He merits treatment, no question about that whatsoever. But what we saw as Jenny won the ball back, he wasn't lumping it long aimlessly, as we see the way in which the cut on his nose has occurred. And it's very clumsy. If there's any intent in that, referees are now fully authorised to give a red card. Those are flailing arms where if the referee wants to give a yellow, you support him. I'd hate to see a red for that. It's wholly accidental.
Yeah.
But the ball long and the way in which Angel is absolutely ready for this and gets the shot on target, that's a central part of the way that Bordalas wants his team playing, particularly away from home.
Well, it's a throw which Damian takes, and Getafe sportingly put the ball straight out again. Teo goes to demonstrate to the fourth official that any bleeding has ceased and he's back on the playing surface. Nacho back to Llorente. Llorente picking out Sergio Ramos. Here's Teo Hernandez. Over the top for Isco to chase. It's all the advantage for Genet, who does his best to protect it. The ball's still in play and Genet forced to play it out under tremendous pressure from Benzema and Isco. In the end, Bruno sending it right to the halfway line where it's collected by Sergio Ramos. Llorente, now Carvajal. So far, Loic Remy's done a good job in preventing Carvajal from progressing too far down that right wing. Gareth Bale dropping back. Llorente square to Ramos. And now Teo. Ramos again. Casemiro. That's wasted. Easily collected by Suarez. Suarez loves getting forward. And here he is combining nicely there with Portillo. Portillo on the ball again. Here's Fahir. Now Antunes. Just couldn't quite see the angle to make the cross. Fahir tries it. It's Damian at the other side of the penalty area. Plays it square. Dipped into the box by Francisco Portillo and straight into the hands of Keylor Navas.
Jenny's seen a lot of action recently. I think it's worth pointing out that it's just about a month now since he starred at the 0-0 draw at the Camp Nou. 26 starts this season. Really hard to reconcile that 2 seasons ago he was playing in the Segunda for Alcorcón And it was a minor Belgian team, Santrodense, that picked him up, because right now he looks absolutely at home in La Liga, absolutely a leader, team leader, the Togo-born 26-year-old for Getafe. And so far tonight, on form.
Good ball to Carvajal from Casemiro. Carvajal controls it well, cuts it back for Bale. Bale twisting and turning, trying to find the angle to shoot from. He can't find it. It gets dead. He plays it square to Ronaldo, who perhaps got in the way of Isco. Plays it to Isco, who wins the corner. Maybe Ronaldo could have left that one for the Malaga-born player. Either way, Madrid earning a corner.
Special commendation to Mora, because as the ball is dropping to Bale, and Bale needs to get it onto his left foot, Mora's made the run. And this is Jenny under pressure. This is the kind of football you like to see. He keeps his brain intact, gets up and uses it.
Teo back to Isco. Isco with the cross. Bale on the turn. Failed to clear by Suarez. Picked up by Casemiro. Benzema with the crossing. Ramos was there. So too was Isco, and it's Gareth Bale who perforates the defence. And it's a fairly easy finish in the end for the Welshman. Real Madrid, 23 minutes on the clock, make it 1-0, and Gareth Bale will be delighted to get another goal under his belt. It's not the greatest Real Madrid goal we've seen so far this season, but it's an important one. And the Bernabeu recognise that. Gareth Bale makes it 1-0 to Real Madrid, and it's Casemiro holding it up. Benzema's cross is an intelligent one. Nobody gets it away. It falls superbly for Bale on his left foot. All he has to do is tuck it away.
Yeah, there's a bit of pinball wizardry going on here as two of the Madrid players bump into each other. The trouble is, what we're going to see is Bruno holding his hands up in the air saying, "Where were you all?" Whereas it's actually Bruno's man, Bale, pretty much on the penalty spot, with the type of finish that he would get down and pray for at the end of each night. Let it drop to me in space on my left foot and I will finish.
And credit to Emiliano Martinez, who actually seemed to get his left hand to that one. Unable to hold it though. It's Gareth Bale's 8th La Liga goal of the season. Cristiano Ronaldo, you can see there the rain coming down in Madrid. It's been a chilly few days in the Iberian Peninsula. That one floated in towards Remy. Remy seemed to mistime his jump, and down goes Nacho. The elbow was out. The referee's whistle, quick to go, and the card quick to be brought out. And that's a good decision.
He
by
had
the
to
referee.
do that. First of all, he's allowed the clash of heads, Gunagel and Nacho, and let it go. Next of all, he's missed the fact that Jenny, I think clumsily, has cut Teo's nose. And in that instance where you see Loic Remy unnecessarily using a lack of due care in Nacho's face, it's the right decision by the referee. He knew that that booking was pending after the two previous incidents.
It's played back to Keylor Navas. Navas sending it long. Too long for Cristiano Ronaldo. Throw into Getafe. Looks a little bit out of sorts. Ronaldo doesn't look the happiest of players out there on the pitch.
Gareth Bale scored. Might explain it.
Bruno square to Antunes. It's blocked by Gareth Bale.
Savvy performer, Antunes, as I say. I think it's largely forgotten in the midst of Isco and Van Nistelrooy and Toulalan and Kameni that he was a real architect of that Manuel Pellegrini run to the quarterfinals in a very controversial defeat to Dortmund. And for Getafe to have that Champions League experience in big matches like this is vital.
Well, Getafe's response to going 1-0 down has been a good one. Here's Damian Suarez. He does very well there to find his man. One back by Casemiro. Here's Isco. Nacho to Ramos. I should say Llorente to Ramos. Casemiro again. Ramos looks up. Good ball to Ronaldo. Damian Suarez with him, but Teo picking it up. Benzema continuing things, finding Isco. Isco to Bale. This is more fluid from Madrid. Look at Carvajal go. Cuts it back, and it's cleared by Bruno. but that is typical Real Madrid on the break. Absolutely direct, vertical, and first time play there from each of the main protagonists. The final product wasn't quite there.
Ronaldo's parting it down the left wing is what we take for granted, but you should put skill like that in a museum. On the chest, in the air, under pressure, bring it down, lay it off. Wow, textbook, lovely.
Getafe trying to respond. That one might fall, or didn't quite fall for Portillo. Here's Portillo again. Casemiro down, whistle goes. It's another free kick to Real Madrid. Faisal Fahir penalised this time. Graham, in these opening 27-28 minutes.
I'm telling you right now, Simon, as we look at that tackle, there are many referees who would automatically yellow card him, and there are some who would say, out of control, off the ground, one foot up. Some referees would have red carded that.
It's exactly what I was going to say. 28 minutes on the clock, and if anybody was unaware of why we're insisting that Getafe are officially the dirtiest club in the top, or team I should say, in the top 5 European leagues, well, having watched the opening 20 minutes, you can probably see why. That's Gareth Bale's earlier attempt. The missed kick from Damian Suarez. Casemiro intelligently keeping it going. It's a good ball in from Benzema, but it falls, and there's a question of whether it might have come off Isco's forearm there. Either way, Gareth Bale angling it away from the dive of Emiliano Martinez. Madrid 1-0 up. Here's Carvajal. There's one for Bale to chase. It was well dealt with by Bruno, but it will be a corner for Real Madrid.
Still waiting, although Lucas is on the bench. Young Isco just to get back to what we know he can do, deliver the ball well. This was Cruz territory, of course. The Cruz Ramos, Cruz Ronaldo connection was exceptional last season. Time for Isco to deliver.
Well, for the second corner on the trot, he plays it short. Gets the return ball from Carvajal, whips the cross in. Falls to Nacho. Ramos spotting Teo. Teo's cross, and it kind of ricocheted into the general direction of Ronaldo, but he just couldn't react in time.
Very like that Paris Saint-Germain moment when the ball's from Asensio and the ball is falling to Ronaldo and he's not quite sure what to do, so he instinctively reacts and get his knee and his thigh in the way, and just that moment it was about to fall for him off Jenny. Not quite. Testing ball in from Teo.
30 minutes on the clock. It's a throw in to Real Madrid deep in their own half. To Casemiro. An intelligent ball from Casemiro. Gareth Bale. Cristiano Ronaldo. Llorente to Casemiro. Isco seeking to find Ronaldo. Ronaldo dealing with it superbly, gets into the area, pulls it across. Benzema arriving, and it's bravely dealt with and collected by Martinez. Llorente again. Carvajal to Bale. Bale causing all kinds of problems for Antunes at the moment. It's headed out for a corner by Bruno Gonzalez.
You know, back at where Llorente is holding deep as an auxiliary centre-half, as we look at that touch, fantastic over Antunes, and he knows Benzema might get the rebound off the keeper. It's a better cross than it looks, seeing as it's been clutched. Llorente moving the ball quickly and in the right area forward really added the acceleration to the move that's brought this corner.
Another corner for Real Madrid, another opportunity for Isco Alarcón to put the service in. This time it's long, and the keeper staying back on his line. It's headed clear, and the referee's whistle goes.
Yeah, Carvajal fouled, there's no question about that. I don't think there's any connection with the head at all. He does jump, can't get the ball, uses his arm to barge.
Faisal Fahir who goes down.
Out-jumped him, foul merited.
Back on his feet now, and Janet leaves the free kick to the keeper, Emiliano Martinez.
You know, even in this Jekyll and Hyde season, Simon, when Madrid have been so untrustworthy domestically at home, they haven't lost 2 in a row. And scoreline aside, 1-0 up, there's been an urgency and a cohesion and a quickness and a certainty about the performance after half an hour that says they definitely don't want to suffer their second defeat in a row.
Battling for that one. Angel is cleared to Nacho. Nacho doing very well indeed to find Llorente. Little touch back from Isco to Casemiro. Casemiro caught by Fahir as he finds Teo. Teo to Ronaldo. Lovely first touch from Ronaldo. Again, it's well defended. Damian Suarez preventing Teo from progressing. There's Ronaldo. Neat footwork. Can't get past Portillo though. Angel penalised for the challenge again on Casemiro.
I'm going to admit a flaw, but I wish I had the tactical acuity to tell you why. 5 minutes ago there was Bale and Ronaldo in the right wing. Right now there's been Ronaldo and Bale in the left wing. While Ronaldo is the man, Bale would be within his rights to say, well, where do you want me to play?
Well, here's Gareth Bale looking for Benzema, who made a good run. He tries to knock it back first time to Ronaldo, but slightly misplaces it. Remy clattering in to Nacho, and it's a yellow card for Nacho Fernandez. He's not happy, the Bernabeu aren't happy, but if Loic Remy had managed to control that, that's a decent break.
You're so right, I buy absolutely what you're saying, and that's the reason for the booking. Nacho's complaint, and he's trying to influence the referee for rating the game. Second foul, ref, second foul, what are you doing? But he knew that he had to cut Loic Remy down there, and the referee booked him for the intent as much as for the physicality of the challenge. Great call, Simon.
One yellow card for each side as Getafe seek to try and get back on level pegging. Mora over the top. Carvajal didn't get the greatest contact there. Play on, says the referee. The ball's fallen to Casemiro. Nacho to Ramos. There's Teo. Down the line, straight to the boots of Damian Suarez, who gives it away to Bale. And despite the fact that Alan Bali's snipping at his heels, Bale continues. It falls to Isco. Isco, again, 4 men around him. Janae in with the sliding challenge, and it's cleared.
Very good, Janae. I love his attitude. I love his athleticism.
There's Angel. Portillo bundled off the ball by Casemiro. It'll be a free kick.
Called it absolutely right. And I'll tell you something else. Mora was very lucky not to be booked a minute or two ago on the left-hand side of the pitch for diving in again. Very lucky. Permissive referee tonight.
Alan Bali to Mora. Mora wide to Antunes. Back to Mora. Sergio Mora finding Genet. And here's Damian Suarez. Saw the run of Remy, instead it's collected by Portillo. Portillo over the top, the flag up for offside.
Do you know,
no question there.
He almost demanded the run. I think Remy was expecting the ball to go down wide, and Suarez waited and kind of gestured and said, get into that space, please. It almost brought an opening. And Remy, of course, with a second start, is still fitting into the pattern of the team.
Isco. Johnny Carvajal showing intelligence there, and he's gone down Angel, and it takes a while to get up, still just on the one knee. Seems to have got up without too many problems.
Look like studs giving way underneath them.
Benzema to Casemiro. Well, that made Nacho react quickly. It's headed clear by Damian Suarez, nodded on by Mora. Advantage Sergio Ramos. Keylor Navas on the ball. There's Llorente. Llorente to Teo Hernandez. Casemiro. Now Ramos. Here's Gareth Bale. Ronaldo. I think he wanted that a couple of metres in front of him. He finds Benzema. Bale bursting through into the box. Benzema being held up by Bruno. He does brilliantly to find Ronaldo. Lovely turn from Ronaldo. He in turn finds Carvajal. Now Casemiro. Carvajal to Isco. Casemiro back to Nacho. Here's Ramos. Now Teo, first time to Llorente. Benzema. Still Madrid showing patience. Ramos picking out Carvajal, who nods it down neatly to Casemiro. Casemiro over the top to Isco. First time to Carvajal. Carvajal's cross. In comes Benzema. And he clatters there into Damien Suarez. And Martinez gathers the ball as the referee's whistle goes.
You know, you used the phrase patience, and I like that because they were doing exactly what you described. But the tempo stood out, that it was crisp and it kept Getafe thinking and moving. A question about the foul, but the fact that they ended up with something of a goal chance was down to the fact that it wasn't sort of dull, meaningless, cotton wool possession. There was a zip to the movement, and when you've got a team like Getafe, who proved at the Camp Nou and at home to Barcelona, that if you allow them to asphyxiate you, they can get terrific results. That tempo of passing really attracted my eyes there.
Remy unable to control the long ball forward from the keeper Martinez.
So
as
lazy.
you can see there, the flag up for offside. Carvajal, Ronaldo cushioning it superbly. Isco, well, the idea was good. Casemiro was sprinting forward, but the execution let him down a bit. It's played wide by Portillo. Fahir to Antunes, drives a low cross in, collected safely by Keylor Navas.
Taking a point, Angel still touched his head there as the chance went away and held his head as if it's still throbbing from that clash with Nacho.
Well, problems there as the referee blocked, I think it was Mora, from stopping the combination between Benzema and Bale. Bale with an air shot, it comes to Dani Carvajal, who drives it narrowly wide.
I'm liking this a lot.
Yeah.
Benzema twisted and turned and fought to allow his technique to dominate the difficult possession that he had there. We know that Zidane authorises his players to shoot from distance. That was the right culmination of a good move. It was very nearly on target. You might argue there was a little touch. This is better. This is 6-7 minutes of a Madrid champions, Spanish champions, that we can recognise. There's zip, and there's aggression, and there's intention.
Well, you look at Bale's heat map there, you can see exactly what you were saying about him wondering, where am I supposed to play, because in the Getafe half he's covered the whole of it. The whistle goes again, another Getafe player down.
The only point there, as we look at poor old Nacho in the wars,
It's Loic Remy who's down.
Yeah.
Here's the clash. Well, his knee is high there, Nacho.
Yeah.
But I think Remy may well be.
I think his knee hit another part of Remy's. Well, let's wait and see. Let's give Remy the benefit of the doubt. But you make me smile with your point about Bale, because it would be really lovely to hear Zidane asked afterwards, because this is a different formation, a different style. As we look at the way in which the goal comes, Isco's jump, I think, comes off his torso as it falls to Bale. No question that Bruno is asleep, needs to be somewhere else, needs to be out further, leaving the jump to Jenny. Bale's movement, you begin to wonder whether Zidane has said to them, I will give you protection behind, the way in which Llorente is allowing Casemiro and Carvajal to surge forward with protection, and I will allow you three, Benzema, Bale and Ronaldo, to be much more fluid. Or is it that the players are taking it upon themselves? I'd love to hear the French coach explain that, because it's the most fluid, the most interchangeable we've seen between the three all season. Martinez
again sending it long and high, and once again offside called. Remy is back on his feet, and once again he's the man who just drifted offside there.
Yeah, I don't think it's wholly unfair to say that coaches wish that he's thought about his game a little bit more.
There's Nacho. Carvajal inside to Llorente. Llorente quick to find Casemiro, who in turn is quick to find Teo. Teo cutting inside. Llorente to Dani Carvajal. Now Isco. Antunes shadowing Isco. Trying to force him wide, and in the end quite rightly, I think, the referee giving a free kick in favour of Real Madrid.
Teammates from Malaga, Isco knew exactly from training what was coming from Antunes there.
Llorente, Carvajal, Casemiro, Isco there, Remy hanging on to him, and it's another free kick. It's quickly taken. Ronaldo intercepted, falls to Ramos. It's Casemiro, Bale, Ramos, Teo. Lovely first touch from Benzema, falls for Teo. Can't quite link with Ronaldo, and it's cleared only as far as Nacho. Dani Carvajal. Isco to Llorente. Isco again. Well, there's just over 2 minutes left of this first half, and I think it's been a positive performance from Real Madrid, but still very much in the game at 1-0 Getafe.
Sure, and Bordalas can definitely change it up. Dealing with Gaku and Molina in the second half, try and wrench control back.
Carvajal, good ball in to Isco, cuts it back, waiting, there's Bruno. And he didn't have much control on his touch, so Martinez feeling he could gather it in his hands.
We saw something interesting and disappointing a minute ago when you talked about Lucas not being able to, Teo not being able to link up. It's because he's so left-footed, doesn't trust his right foot. I think Real Madrid signed the less agile, less able of the two brothers. The other one stayed behind Atletico Madrid, and for my money is the better.
Angel trying to get beyond Llorente. Fahir finding Adam now Damian Suarez. Back to Mauro Arambarri. Antunes. Mora to Portillo. Antunes to Fahir, he drives it in low. Nacho dealing with it spectacularly. It was picked up by Mora. Chance perhaps on the break. Carvajal, a lovely, intelligent first-time ball to Benzema, which just can't link with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo applauding Benzema for the pass there.
And let me take you back to your comment about when you said in a very gentlemanly voice, I think Ronaldo wanted that ball more quickly from Bale, so he turned and gestured and flung his arms. But for his strike partner and his friend, there's applause for a bad pass from Benzema. Such are the dynamics of a top team, but you've clocked both of them and they're very different.
Into the final seconds of this first half before we find out if any added time has been given. This one collected by Casemiro. Bale out-sprinted there by Genet. Ramos to Teo Hernandez. Gareth Bale. It's Casemiro. Benzema. He's going to try a shot. No, he lays it through brilliantly to Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Still Ronaldo. What a finish from Cristiano Ronaldo. Nobody closing him down, it must be said. It looked as though he was struggling to get it out from under his feet. It's a lovely ball in from Benzema. Fooled everybody. I thought he was going to shoot for goal. Assist to Benzema, but there was a lot of work left to do for Cristiano Ronaldo. And as usual, he did it brilliantly.
Do you know, top pros talk to you about players who under pressure show for the ball, want the ball, take responsibility. And look at Benzema here. Drops back, sees a space, runs, dummies, knows instantly what he's going to do. Ronaldo onside this time. The Portuguese is fabulous at that. His touch has been back for 2 or 3 weeks. You kind of knew this time it would be different for him from the first half of the season. But little wonder he adores Benzema. Little wonder that his domestique he recognises has made him team leader. Benzema has power, athleticism, confidence, and lovely deft technique, and he showed all of it there. That was gorgeous.
2-0 to Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo celebrates, and well, I think the face there of Dakonam Genet sums it up, because they've done so well. They were nearly going to go in, just 1-0 down. That second goal in the last minute of the first half is a real killer blow.
That's what big teams do, isn't it?
Still play continuing. Mora clattering into Casemiro, goes down and stays down. Meanwhile, it's Teo Hernandez on the ball. Now Ramos. Nacho to Gareth Bale. Carvajal. Bale driving it there for Teo. Good control. Here's Ronaldo. Going to try a shot, is he? Well, he certainly is, and he struck that like a rocket with the right foot, not too far away, as the half-time whistle goes with the score at Madrid 2, Getafe 0. One of the B's and the C have scored. Benzema, let's see if he can add to the 2 opening half goals from Madrid, and maybe, who knows, if we could see an assist or 2 from Isco, I think Zinedine Zidane would be a very happy man.
Their tails are up, they're playing well, they probably merit at least a 2-0. We're looking at one of the few moments of danger right early on as Angel finds the target. No problem for Keylor, but my belief is that the last 20 minutes we've seen a pace, an intention, a cutting edge, a confidence that marks out the Madrid that we got used to last season.
Well, we're focusing, it would seem, on the 2 or 3 attacks Getafe made in the first half.
Backing up the linesman,
because Remy there was adjudged to be offside, quite rightly, as we saw. Here's Benzema's part in the first goal, that big triangle of space taken advantage of by Gareth Bale, and a relatively straightforward finish for Real Madrid's opener. And then Isco involved here, the cross coming to Bale, whose acrobatic attempt on the turn didn't quite come off. And again, you can see he's got quite a lot of space to take advantage of there, the Welshman. He scored the first on 24 minutes, Cristiano Ronaldo on 46. We'll be back in the Bernabeu in just under 15 minutes' time to bring you the second half. Before we go, just to remind you, the half-time score, Real Madrid 2, Getafe 0.